The average COD Mobile player uses 9% of their brain power. What if you began using 99%? Ranked warriors and pro players make micro decisions every second whenever they play the game, and they want to have the minimum mistakes possible. However, if you're a new player or still a beginner in COD Mobile, you might have committed some deadly mistakes, and experienced players are no different. But I believe some of the mistakes are easily correctable if we know how to counter them. Today we're going to talk about reasons why you aren't improving in COD Mobile and the solutions to each of these problems. Sometimes, ego can get in the way of getting better in COD Mobile, resulting to dumb decisions when it comes to crucial situations in the game. One example of a dumb decision is running out in the open without any cover nearby. At this point, you're just asking to be shot at, making yourself an open target to enemies. Another dumb mistake is trying to use your weapon outside its range. Imagine if you were using, say, an MX-9, challenging a sniper or Holger in medium to long range. You'd straight up lose the gunfight. Being aware of these mistakes will help you more than you think. The quick fix? Get it? Is to put yourself into your enemy's perspective and put their tendencies in your head. If you're making these mistakes, chances are other players are doing it too. So you capitalize from their mistakes for you to win most of your gunfights and win the game. Pre-aim in areas where enemies are bound to come out and plant yourself in positions where you're bound to win the gunfights. That's the only way you'll come out on top most of the time, regardless of the weapon you're using. I am so guilty of this one. When I was a new player, I'd watch pro players and try to copy their sensitivity settings. Not only that, whenever I was playing bad, I'd usually blame it on my sensitivity and I'd keep changing it. This slowed my progress as a player because my muscle memory can't get used to a consistent sensitivity. This is why I made sensitivity tutorials. Those videos were basically a guide for me to follow, and I just decided to share them to the world. As humans, we are hardwired to copy people that are better than us. So rather than finding and copying the perfect sensitivity, you could just practice with what you have now and achieve perfection with it. If you really think you have the wrong sensitivities, set them up for one last time. From there, practice your aim inside training mode and get used to it. Build that muscle memory in your fingers and you'll achieve sensitivity consistency in no time. A rule of thumb is if you're an aggressive player is to have a higher and reactive sensitivity. And if you're a passive player, have a slower and precise sensitivity. The medium preset is a really good place to start even for aggressive players. Ranked warriors put in a lot of hours into the game in order to place higher in the leaderboards each season. Pro players don't put as much, but they spend more time developing strategies and making the right reads in certain situations. You'd be surprised to find out that some pro players play less hours than most ranked warriors you see in the leaderboards. Therefore, playing too much won't give you much benefit, as playing too little won't give you the time you need to improve in the game. Your persistence will go long ways, but you'd get better faster if you went more intentional with your time. When setting a schedule for your playing time, 2 to 3 hours is the sweet spot. If you're an aspiring pro player, play to improve and choose a skill you want to practice with your allotted time to play. Building those habits will accelerate your progress more rather than playing mindlessly every day. If you're a leaderboard player, I assume you have no choice but to continue the grind and play non-stop. Just remember to take rests. While a higher KD is often associated to a great level of skill, that isn't always the case. KD farming is real and you should avoid it. This will only result to less time spent playing around the objective, and you might have the wrong mentality of doing everything you can in order not to die, instead of doing everything you can to win most of your gunfights. Doing this might also get you accused of camping, but I know you're just doing it to protect your precious KD. One skill death ratio is the least of a pro player's worries. Sure, they play for life, but that's in service of the team and not their personal gain. They play to gain score streaks, as persistence is banned in competitive play. Worry about getting better in reacting to high stress situations instead. Focus on getting better in important facets of the game and watch your KD go up naturally. Or you could go pub stomping and raise your KD there. You decide. If you're watching this, there's a chance that you'll watch a lot of tutorials here on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, it's good that you want to get better and learn something new to improve your game. But watching too much of these types of videos can give you information overload and can do you more harm than good. This is why I try not to upload daily. Well, mainly because I'm lazy, but it's really about me trying not to induce viewer fatigue. I don't want you to end up watching all the tips and tricks with no results to show for it. So before watching another tutorial, tutorial, make sure you apply the things you learned, test them in game to see if they work for you. Use your time wisely and be patient. Also, not all tips and tricks will be applicable to you, so know which ones to accept and which ones to reject. Build on your skills like Tetris, where in the early levels you stack Tetris blocks, and as you get better and better, the faster you can learn. Be careful not to go too fast or it will be game over for you. There are a lot of things that can go wrong in game, but after knowing the mistakes we make, let's focus on correcting them and continue to keep growing as players. These mistakes aren't only applicable to COD Mobile, but to every FPS game out there. That's it for today's video. Make sure you leave a like and share this to your friend who wants to get better in COD Mobile. We just reached 90k subs, so if you still are not subscribed, join us in our mission to reach 100k before 2021 ends. One of the best things to minimize your mistakes on where you place yourself around the map is by learning map awareness, and you can learn it right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.